All right, so we've got the Romanian deadlift, commonly known as the RDL, and it's our first progression into the deadlift series that we're going to go through. So essentially we want to keep that the neutral grip just outside our thighs. So we're going to go about a thumb width from our thighs or just outside the knurling, which is pretty much our universal grip for most things. The first thing we want to focus on is keeping our chest proud so that we know our lats are engaged. Obviously we know that our lats are primarily involved in shoulder extension, so we want to pull that bar in nice and close to our midline. The first thing we're going to do is try and keep our chin and chest alignment throughout the entire movement. So that means that anywhere the chin goes, the chest should follow with it, and you can do that by using the pistol grip. So the first thing we're going to do is load up that posterior chain and drive the hips back, allowing our chest and armpits to stay above the bar. So you can see here, the first thing he does is drive his bum back, allows that weight to shift forward, and he's going to be feeling those hamstrings there. So then we're going to come down to our knee and pause there. You can see from the side view, he's got a perfectly neutral spine. There's no extension and there's definitely no flexion through the vertebrae of the spine. So we're trying to keep our back nice and flat throughout the movement. And then from there, we just have to shift our weight down to about mid-shin or as deep as we can go into that movement. If we hold there, his shoulders are above his toes, and he's got all his weight coming through these hamstrings and posterior chain. From there, he's gonna squeeze the bum and stand tall, and then go through one more rep. So the most common fault we'll see with this one is pushing our knees forward first. So we wanna make sure we always drive the knees back so we can drive that force production through the posterior chain. So show me what a bad rep would look like. So letting the knees travel forward and then stopping there. From a side view, you're gonna see that his bar is now in front of his shoulders, which means the force production is now out in front. We need it to be directly below our center of gravity. So we need that bar to stay attached to our shins, and we need our knees to drive back. So if at any stage in the rep, he starts to drive his knees forward, you can see now how the shin angle has now shifted. We want that shin angle to be pretty much dead straight and vertical. So we want to drive those knees back until they're in line with our ankle, so we've got all that power and force production through the hamstrings. Okay, so the other major fault we see is the bar being too heavy for our lats, so that we start to see some flexion through the spine. Now it's our job is to try and fight that and keep our back nice and neutral throughout the movement. So show us what a bad rep would look like. You see there his lats are unengaged, and he starts to round through the top of the back, meaning he's gonna have a lot of pressure through the lower back. So our job is to fight that. Let's stand tall again, start from the top. Break the bar, so try and pull the bar around your body. That's gonna engage the lats. From there, we're gonna stick our ass out, try and hyperextend a little bit, because truth be told, as the bar gets heavier, you're not gonna be able to hyperextend. You're gonna find that neutral spine quite quickly. So you can see now, he's got that neutral spine. He's allowing his lats to be pulled back, and he's kept that neutral spine throughout the entire range of motion. What we suggest is going through as slow as you can, trying to get as much time under tension through the hamstrings, through the outer range of the movement, meaning full range of motion. So nice and slow on the way down, perhaps pausing at the bottom. We want to try and grab our big toe into the floor. You're going to really feel that hamstring fire up. Once you're settled, then you can stand tall and you can drive through the floor in the concentric phase.